Take a look at this picture. What do you notice about it? You may notice a clearly defined bike path shown by the lane markers and bicycle symbols. Additionally, this bike path was built in an open space that allows for continuous surveillance. So what exactly is this photo showing us? The answer is defensible space. Defensible space can be defined as a space that has territorial markers, opportunities for surveillance, and clear indications of activity and ownership. There are three features of defensible space. They are territoriality, surveillance, and symbolic barriers. Let's take a closer look at each of these three features. Territoriality uses territorial markers to show ownership. This fence clearly defines the area of the yard. This sign shows that Jess and Shay are the occupants of this dorm room. Thus, both the fence and the sign define a specific territory and show ownership. The second feature is surveillance. Surveillance uses light and well-trafficked open spaces to deter criminal activity. Here we see the patio of a local Starbucks. Note that there is sufficient lighting and a number of customers occupying the area. Here we see another example of an open space that has scattered picnic tables and benches. The paved pathway also indicates that the area is well trafficked. Surveillance acts as a method for monitoring the environment during normal daily activities. Now let's look at the third and final feature of defensible space. Symbolic barriers, which are placed in the environment to create the perception that a space is cared for and worthy of defense. The flowers and shrubs shown at this interstate rest area give the perception that the area is well maintained. At the same time, the adequately posted road signs on this interstate give the perception that the roadway is owned and maintained by the state. So why is all of this important? Why does defensible space matter? Let's look at the picture that we saw at the beginning of this presentation. You'll recall the clear definition of the bike path, the symbols used in the open space to deter criminal activity. Now let's look at an example that lacks these three qualities. Here we see that there is no defined path. Users are unable to determine who should use the path. And finally, the space does not appear to be well trafficked and could invite criminal activity to take place. Let's review quickly. Symbolic barriers, surveillance, and territorial markers all work together to indicate activity and ownership and deter criminal activity, all which create defensible space.